Hi everyone, my name is Dazzle and today I am honored to be showing you how you can make your very own fancy and fun and homemade fairy wings. All you are going to need to make some homemade fairy wings are some scissors and tape and then string if you want to attach them onto your back. And then you're going to need some old boxes and some paint and paintbrushes and like paper towels and stuff to keep everything clean. It's super important that you have a flat working surface so that you have all of the maker space that you need. Another important thing to keep in mind is that scissors and cutting through cardboard can be super sharp. So make sure that you ask an adult to help you. Also, if you are going to be using things like glue and paint, make sure that you double check with a grown-up in the house so that you have a clean and covered area for you to work in. Okay, so I want my wings to be kind of on the smaller side so that they're really easy for me to wear. So the first thing that I'm going to do is completely flatten out the box that I'm going to use so that I have an idea of how much cardboard I have to work with. All right, so this is a completely flattened out cardboard box. Now what I'm going to do is cut down the middle of it because I only am going to need this half of the cardboard. So see on how this half of the cardboard, it has this kind of natural like flap in the middle where it bends. So this is actually gonna be the middle of our wings, which is cool because then they'll have movement like real wings. These parts up here, I also don't need these, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut these off as well. Beautiful. Now look at this. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a pencil and I'm gonna trace the shape of how I want my wings to look. You might not be able to see this very well, but I have the pattern traced of where I'm gonna cut it out. So what I'm gonna do first is cut it out on this side, and then I will use the same line to guide me when I'm cutting it out on the other side. All right, see how we now have this side? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is fold this side over and just follow this line and cut it out on the other side. Again, it is very important to be very careful when you're using these scissors on cardboard. All right, so now that our wings are done and cut out, as you can see from the bottom, I cut out 2 small holes. This is where my string is going to be attached so that I can actually attach these to my back. And now that I have the holes where I need them to be, I can paint on the rest of the wings all of my wonderful, beautiful fairy decorations. So now that my wings are completely painted, I'm gonna go ahead and set these out to dry. And once they are completely dry, I'll be able to try them on. So now that my fairy wings are completely dry, what I'm going to do now is string them up so that they can attach to my back. And I'm gonna use some leftover friendship bracelet string that I have lying around because embroidery floss, friendship bracelet string, man, you can use this stuff for anything. So there you have it. In under 30 minutes, you can have your very own pair of fairy wings at home. What I love so much about these fairy wings is that you can customize them so much. So if you have extra paper doilies or yarn or string or glitter or anything that your heart desires that you want to put onto your wings, there is no limit to your imagination. You can make them bigger, you can make them smaller. They are truly for yours to design and they are so completely your own. To me, the most important part though about putting on these wings, even though I had a lot of fun doing them, there is a lot of awesome responsibility that I think we need to think about when we become fairies ourselves. What kind of fairy do we want to be and what kind of impact do we want to have on the world? As both fairies and Girl Scouts, we have a lot to think about and we have a lot of power to put good into the world. For me, when I think about my fairy magic, I always want to be the kind of fairy who leaves a place better than I found it, who treats others with kindness and treats the world with respect. So think about what kind of fairy you want to be. What kind of wings do you want to wear? How do you want to be remembered as your fairy legacy? Until we see each other again, I am going to be flying around my neighborhood in my new wings, and I hope that you have an awesome time making your own wings at home. Until next time, bye everyone.